Good morning, gentlemen. Good morning, one and all. So today we'll be starting with our recruitment specific sessions, gentlemen. So in this first session, I'll be taking you through the complete success factors recruitment system, the various screens, flows, what we have, the functionalities, what we have, the terminologies, all that we'll be having an idea in this session. And from the Monday session, we'll be starting with the config specific options so that you'll have an idea of what we are configuring, why we are configuring and all. Okay. So in this process, let me first introduce you with a overview of the RCM process. The recruitment management system will be also called in the name of RCM. We call it as RCM, recruitment management. And to come to the overview of it, so this is a cycle normally happens in the recruitment process. What we have to follow at recruitment process will be like, every time whenever we have a requirement of a hiring, any particular position has to be filled, then it is a job requirement which we call as a requisition. A requisition is to be created and approved. Someone has to show the necessity of that job, that is they have to raise a job requisition and it has to be approved by the internal management level according to the workflow we set up. Once it is approved by the management also, yes, we are agreeing for some hiring of this position, then the appointed recruiter can start posting the job. The second part is to post the job to the market, where it might be the career sites and also the agencies, the recruiting agencies, consultancies, to them we can post, or also to the career sites we can post. And then once the jobs have been posted externally, the people start applying. That might be internal employees or external candidates, agency candidates. Anyone can start applying for the jobs, submitting their resumes. Then among the huge set of applications that we have been receiving, the recruiters have to start going through the application process, application review, or the progress of the candidate's application, right from new application to later on phone screening, interview assessments, background checks, document verifications, offer creation, offer approval, offer release, offer acceptance, like that various phases has to go through the candidate selection process. We call it as the candidate selection management. Once finally passing all those various steps, right from new application to the offer approval level, there is multiple stages whoever cross and come to there. So it is they are in the offer phase. Now the offer is released, offer has been approved or accepted or rejected, all that happens. Finally, if they have accepted, they are hired into the position and they are joined the company. Once again, if they leave the company, there is again a requirement of requisition. Again, a requisition need will be raised, the management will approve, again the posting, candidates, hiring, all that happen. So this is a continuous process in a regular business to keep the complete workforce filled in with all the positions. The recruitment process happens in this way. To handle this complete part, we have different screens in success factors. That is where we actually raise a job requisition is one screen. Next, the place where candidates apply for is there actually divided into two parts. Whenever candidates are applying for jobs in a company, first they have to maintain their complete personal information in a screen called candidate profile. That is their basic first name, last name kinds of details, followed by their background information like their education details, their certifications, their previous work experience, a copy of their resume, all that basic details in a candidate profile screen. And then within the same company, they can keep on applying for multiple jobs, where whenever they are applying for a different job, only that job specific fields they need to apply, they need to fill. The complete other data about himself is already present in the profile level that will be shared against each and every application. They need not every time enter their education details, everything, whenever they apply for a new job. Everything will be maintained at a candidate profile level, and when they actually see the application screen of that particular job, only that job related any specific fields if they have to answer, and the application form they'll answer it. So like that we have different screens. So normally job requisition creation screen, Candidate profile screen where they maintain their complete personal information. Candidate data model is nothing but candidate application screen related. And finally, the offer related. We have 4 screens with 4 different XML files. These are the data models we call, gentlemen. The recruitment management system completely runs on 4 XML files: requisition, candidate profile, candidate data model, and offer details template. These are the 4 important pillars of the SuccessFactors recruitment management system. Okay, like in every module we'll be having some XML files. Here these are the 4 data model XML files that will be helpful. And 1 year back there is an update has come where the people need not depend on working on XML files. For all these 4 templates, the front end screens have also come up. There are the front end screens for defining new fields or editing the existing fields, permissions, labels, properties, anything what you have to normally do on the XML file level. Everything can be handled on the front end screens itself without any dependency on XML codings. Okay, so this is all. Next, one second. Okay, so these are the basic things, the overview and the main important screen names and their backend XML files that I have to share you at this point. Now, without going more into the technical things, let me take you through the SuccessFactors recruitment system. One second. Yeah. So in this SuccessFactors instance login, the front-end SuccessFactors instance login level, we'll be having 2 options related to the recruiting systems, like the careers tab and the recruiting tab. The careers and the recruiting tabs, where careers is something that is relevant to the normal end users, the employees, and recruiting is for the recruiters in the company, the recruiting teams, the recruiters, hiring managers, head of recruiting, kind of people, whoever in the company who deal with the recruitment management process, they deal with recruiting. And careers is for the normal end users, where they can start applying for any jobs internally within the company. In SuccessFactors recruiting, there is a possibility that even an internal employee, he is in a position, if he finds some suitable other position in which he is interested in the company, he can apply for the job, and if he is selected, his position will be transferred to the new job, like that. So internal careers tab will be present for finding the jobs that are available for him to apply for. So the careers tab, this is a search engine. This is a search place where they can search for the jobs that are available for them as an internal employees. There are 65 jobs available. He can go inside and find the relevant job and he can apply for that. We have many other things in the same process. I will come across all this slowly. So this is the internal careers portal. And when it comes to recruiting tab, this is a place where all the job requisitions will be appearing. So if I am a recruiter in this company, what all job requirements I am dealing, what all job requisitions I am a part of, all of them will be listed here, gentlemen. The various job requisitions to which I am a participant in that process. All that will be present in my login here, such that I am taking care of the hiring of all these positions in the company.
Hello. Hello.
Hello. Hello.
Hi gentlemen, am I audible?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Okay, sorry. There's
Yes,
a
sir.
network disconnectivity. Okay, so what we are saying is the job requisition. So this is how the job requisition screen will be will be appearing, gentlemen. Like these are all the fields. Say for a position called HR professional, for a HR professional kind of a position, when there is a job necessity, we have to fill all these fields. Like what is the job title and various details. Like under which company, legal entity is nothing but a company, under which company this job is, under which division, under which department, under which location, in
I'm
which
I'm
country
I'm
is
sorry,
this.
Shiva. Hello. How do you came across in the screen? Hello.
Once again, gentlemen. Okay. So, Sayani, for the question that you're asking here, I have just opened the existing requisitions in the previous screen when I went to the recruiting tab over here. When I went to the recruiting tab, we have the various requisitions. These are all the requisitions for a project manager position, for operations manager position. Like this, we have multiple requisitions down the line for which this current gentleman, this current recruiter is working for. Scheduler, standards management office, project coordinator, engineer. For these various positions, these are the requisitions that are present. just mouse overing on anything, just mouse over your requisition, you'll be having this view or edit requisition. If you click on this view or edit requisition, the requisition will open like this. Say for the HR professional position, I have opened this requisition, all these other details. Okay, like the job title, under which company, under which division, department, location, in which country is this job. Okay, next, the number of openings are there for this job, what is the start date of the job, and if it is a contract job, what is the end date of the job. Like this, various details can be filled in. What is the pay range in the company, what is the job function, and next, whether there will be any travel required for this job, how much percentage of travel will be included in this job, what is the education level that is expected, experience of the education levels, for which position you are doing this requisition, what is the reason for the vacancy of the previous person, did they leave on maternity leave or it's a new position got created, and if it is a budgeted position or not. Do you have a particular budget for this position? If so, in which currency it is paid? What is the salary offered for this position? What is the salary frequency? Whether it is hourly or bi-weekly or monthly, annually, like that. And any vehicle will be provided from the company. Any accommodation will be provided for this company. Any relocation bonus will be provided. All these details, various details can be captured against this job requisition by the person who is actually creating this requisition. Whoever is initiating this requisition can maintain all these details and they can send it for the approval within the organization. We'll be having some roles in the recruiting process. The recruiting roles will take care of these approvals. So when they are actually approving, they'll come across all these details, and if they find everything is okay, they'll accept for the hiring of these positions. If the budget that has been allocated or the benefits that have been given to him, like the vehicle, accommodation, relocation bonus, the salary budget, or in which location we are actually planning to hire, like in which location, department, division, with respect to any of these details, if the management level approvals, when they are happening, if they have any concern, they can definitely restrict this. They can make the changes in their approval level and they can revert it back to the person who has actually started requisition, or they itself can update the changes, then only they can approve it. So all that happens is
We can't hear you.
sorry,
Sir, you're not
I just
on.
got muted. Yeah, I just got muted. So this way we can fill all these fields, all these information we can collect while creating a requisition, various details. This is a standard example from the system. That's why we are having these many fields, these many details they are capturing. But in the real-time system, in the live environment, in the customer's requirement, we'll confine it to say 30 to 40 fields normally. We don't go into this much granular level. See this. They also are maintained like what kind of a computer you are going to offer once the candidate is hired. A laptop or a desktop or a tablet kind of. Do you provide any mobile phone or not? Any other equipments do you provide? This much granular level, it's based on the company's requirement whether they want to go or not. But SF has given all the applicable fields normally in the industry what they will be using in the standard template. Based on this addition of fields or removal of fields, relabeling of fields, anything can be done in our normal XML files or the configuration setup level. Okay, and if in your company if there is a program called employee referral program, such that for you being an internal company employee, if you want to refer someone to the jobs in the company, your friends, anyone, and if they got selected, you get some referral bonus. So that kind of ERP amount, employee referral program amount, how many dollars you want to give for the person who has referred the candidate. Once the candidate got selected, that amount you can enter here, say $500, $100, whatever. And who is the recruiter that will deal with this requisition, who is the hiring manager that will deal with this requisition. All the details will be provided. And some interesting part is that we'll be having an area called questions, gentlemen. Questions is an area. Whatever questions I maintain here, these are the questions anyone applying for this job, for the current job requisition is for HR professional job. So anyone applying for this job, in their application they see these questions. In the job requisition level, what all questions I maintain normally, all those questions the candidates who are applying for the job has to answer. That is, for adding the questions, you have add questions option here, and you have the library. Recruiting is a standard success factors library that will be provided. Expanding this, you'll be having categories of questions. Going into this, you can select the question. Like, are you at least 18 years of age? Are you open to relocation? Are you willing to travel? Like this. Do you have any management experience? Various questions we can come across. We can just select these check boxes, and at the bottom you can click on add. That is, once they got added, they'll be listed here, the questions. Actually, what are these questions? What are the answers for these questions and all? We have a backend question library based on that behaves here. In the question library, in the list of questions that I've just shown you, that is a library. It's a list of questions that will be maintained in the SuccessFactors recruitment system in the backend, where for each and every question, what is the type of an answer is already mentioned here. In the backend XML itself, backend Excel file, what is uploaded on itself, that will be present. For against each and every question, what is the type of an answer, whether it is a multiple choice answer, or it is a true or false question, or it is a blank question, kind of, you'll be having types of questions. Now these three are of type multiple choice. If I go to the multiple choice, I can see what are the answers that are given. The possible answers is yes or no. If it is 18 years of age is the question, yes or no is the possible answers, but the correct answer what the system accepts, that this organization wants is yes. The candidate should be definitely 18 years of age. Like this, everything can be filled in here. Normally, from the question library, the questions will be of these different 4 formats: multiple choice questions, free text, a blank kind of questions, numeric values, or the rating scales. Like this, the 4 different formats of questions will be present. Mostly it will be multiple choice only. And due to that possible answers as yes or no, and the correct answer should be as yes, I have some properties against these each and every question called a disqualifier property. Disqualifier means, now when I add these questions, if I select any question as disqualifier, if the candidate answered this question some wrong answer apart from the expected answer, the correct answer what system is expecting is yes. But if say no, if he select no, that is, if he's saying that he is not 18 years, or are you open for relocation, the expected answer is yes. But if the answer something like no, then also the answer is not met according to the organizational requirement. So in that case, if these questions are selected as disqualifier, the candidate application will be automatically disqualified. So this will be a useful process such that the minimum conditions of the employment, for what minimum for what do you say, expectation that they have on the newly being hired employee, that they want to have definitely these things that candidate has to accept. Only those candidates we are ready to hire. In that case, when we are getting hundreds of thousands of applications, this will help the recruiters in automatically disqualifying the candidates who doesn't meet the primary requirement of this job. Travel is a primary requirement. If they say that no, I'm not ready for traveling regularly, we need not hire him. Relocation is a primary requirement we have. Then also they need not we need not hire them if they say no. Like that, we have some requirements where for that we can keep the disqualifier status such that if any disqualifier question has answered wrong, immediately his profile will be auto disqualified. He'll be able to complete the application. Once they click on final submit application, the application will directly go to the disqualified pool, instead of it will not reach the recruiter at all. That is the way. And we also have an option called score. Instead of disqualifier, you can use something like score, saying that if you want to involve these questions in the scoring, you can give some weightage to the question. Like this question has say 25%, this question has say some 50, and again this question has some 25, like this. And now the required score, total required score, if I maintain as 75, that means by answering these questions, if the score has come to 75 or above, then only the candidate will be qualified, else again the candidate's application will go into the auto disqualified. So that is, now according to meet the 75, definitely he has to answer the 50 marks question and also the 25, one of the 25. Maximum 125 question only can be gone wrong. Minimum 2 questions, that is definitely a 50 question, and 125 question has to be correct. So then only they can get the score of 75. Else the candidate's application will again go into the disqualified status. Like this. We have a question section. We call it as a pre-screening questions. It's a beautiful feature that helps a lot in the recruitment process. Okay, it is called pre-screening questions. And going down, we have an option of uploading some attachments, that is interview guides documents. This is a label. Even if you want to change the label, you can change. Here they are using this attachment field for interview guides. That is, later on when the candidates have applied for this job and they have reached this status of interview level, when we schedule the interview for the candidates, we can send some guidelines to the interviewers who are going to do the interview. We can send some guidelines to them saying that these are the minimum things that you have to definitely ask the candidate. These are the different areas of questions that you have to cover. Like that, we can have some instructions document sent to the interviewers later on, that what is the document that should be relevant, you can attach in the job requisition level itself, so that automatically when you schedule an interview between the candidate and the interview panel member, the interview panel member will be directly receiving this document, interview guide document, like this. So these many details can be filled while creating a new job requirement, that is a job requisition, and we can get this approved within the company with some workflow. This is an already approved job requisition I am showing, but we can, if it is a new requisition that has been started, we can have a workflow with it and it can be approved. And once the requisition is ready, we can do the posting, gentlemen. We can post the job to the external world or the internal company employees. So that is like when we click on careers tab. When we click on careers tab, I told that this is a portal that will open. The career opportunities portal for the internal employees. So when I post the job whatever I posted will appear in this search jobs. These are the list of jobs that are available for the internal employees to apply for. Multiple jobs: EC consultant, SAP basics, HR professional, sales lead, various. Where going to select action, they can apply. They can directly apply filling each and every field, or apply using LinkedIn is another option we have, such that if we properly maintain our LinkedIn accounts by giving our LinkedIn ID and password, the data from LinkedIn will be synchronized into the recruitment system application. That is the first name, last name, your education details, your previous work experience details, your current job title, all that will be extracted from your LinkedIn profile into the recruitment system. This is the second option. Or else, as of now, if you feel this is something interesting job, but if you want to save this job and later on refer, you can save this. You can save this, click on save this, and you can later on refer that. Any saved jobs, if you go top here, you have the saved jobs tab. Clicking on this, you can see later on at any point of time what are the jobs that you have saved separately. And again, after save job, you have email a job to a friend, refer a friend to this job. Email a job to a friend means in whatever is the job is present in your company, you can send it out of your company saying that this is a posting that we have. Refer a job means, refer a friend to a job means you can directly maintain his first name, last name, his resume and all, and you can refer him like that. We have all these options at the internal career site when either you can apply or you can refer this job to someone out of the company, all that. So this is the internal career site which it looks like. Similarly, if the people who are out of the company, the external candidates, if they want to apply for, then we need to have an external career site. So this is an external site, gentlemen. That is for the people who are out of the organization. If they also need a place where they can search for the jobs that are available in this company, they can search from this career opportunities page, which is an external site. Here also almost the same, but the preview, the image, the text and all will be changing for internal site and the external site. That is this is an internal site page. The photograph on this is different.
I have
Yes,
a
Ayani?
question.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, who would be able to see the external site?
Okay.
I mean,
Anyone out of
who
the
the other,
company. Anyone
anyone
like
out of the company who would be having success factor page, or what kind
nothing.
of page it is associated with?
It's nothing related to success factors. Once you're out of a company, you're not relevant to what product they are using. There is one
Yeah.
page that has been given by success factors for all the customers who are implementing recruitment management, where their jobs can be listed and that website can be hosted in their externally anywhere. Like in my
Which
website, let's
website?
say,
That's not.
let me complete. So if TCS is a company, in the TCS.com you have that careers tab, right? If you want to find all the jobs of the TCS, like similarly like IBM or Cognizant or anywhere, you go to the careers tab and you will find all the jobs of that company. So that page level, you can call upon this external career site, what SF delivers for all the recruitment management customers. This URL can be called at the careers tab of the company's websites, so that
Okay. So
anyone
this is
coming
different
and
for
applying
every
for the
company.
jobs, definitely. Okay. For every company, you'll be having a different URL that will be generated. That URL can be used for that company's jobs. Okay. So the difference is, now this is a different photograph and image, text and all we are having. This is for the internal career site. This is for the internal employees. And this is the external candidates who are out of the company. If they want to search for the jobs that are applicable for them, click on search jobs. And for them also the applicable jobs will be listed like this. And when they want to take some action on the jobs, here these are the options. They also can apply normally, they can apply using LinkedIn, and they can email this job to a friend, but because they are the external people, they cannot refer anyone. Only the internal employees will get a refer option, but externals cannot have a refer option. Maximum emailing a job is only possible like this. So this is the way how the internal and externals can start looking at the jobs and they can apply for. And whenever either an internal or an external candidate tries to apply for a job, gentlemen, they will be redirected to a candidate profile screen. Whenever I try to apply for a job, I will be not directed to the application page. First, it will pull me to the candidate profile page. This is the one where candidate profile page is a place where I find all these information that I have to fill in about myself. all these details, like the basic phone number, email ID, a resume, a cover letter I can upload, and so many other additional documents or the certificates kind of. If I want to, I can use this additional attachment fields, my basic communication address, and all these. Any courses that I have done, my internal employment history. Because if I open the candidate profile as an internal employee, I'll see this part called internal employment history. If I'm an employee of this company, so say from past 5 years, what are the various roles and positions I have been into? All these are the internal employment history I'll have. Similarly, the previous employment details, education details, what all languages I know, any certifications I have, like these various areas I can maintain in the candidate profile level, such that if we capture all these at one place, later on when I'm applying for a job, I need not every time give all these details for different jobs. In the same company, if I'm applying for 2-3 different jobs, I need not maintain the same data every time redundantly. Profile will take care of all this, and when I apply for a job, that job specific questions, if I answer, that is enough. Particularly the job related any questions, we will take care in the application level. So this is a profile which is all about my personal information, nothing relevant to the job. Okay, like this. So now example, going into the careers portal, clicking on search for jobs. If I find a job something, and if I apply for it, if I click on apply, you can see that I am directed to the candidate profile page. It did not show me the application. It is taking me to this place, and it is asking me to update all my information. After that, at the bottom I get a next button. Clicking on this next, now I will be taken to the application of this job. So what all data that is already provided in the previous profile level will be automatically synchronized here, and few questions I can answer at the application level that are relevant to this job related. If you want to have some details, I can fill them here. And also, as I have told, the questions that I have maintained in the job requisition level, what all questions I selected at the requisition level, the candidate has to definitely answer those while he is applying for the job. So these are the questions that have whatever questions I selected there, those three have come into the application of the employee. If I say no to 18 years of age, no to relocation and all, my application will be gone into the disqualified status, and even the recruiter doesn't look at my profile at all. Where the candidate doesn't know all about that. He'll just get a message that thanks for your application. We have received your application. Thanks for your interest in the career opportunities of XYZ organization. That's it. Later on, sometime they will be notified that your candidate, your application has been disqualified. Like that. That too, updating a candidate about disqualification is an optional. Every time you need not. It's a company's interest whether they want to update or not. If they are selected, they'll update. If they are not selected, they don't even respond. Like that. So filling all these details, I can apply. When I apply, the application will reach to the recruiter with a notification saying that there is a new application in the list or in this for this job requisition. Where I'm actually explaining the complete overview, guys. That's why I'm quickly taking to the complete screens. So once I also apply for against each, there is a recruiting tab. So when the recruiter comes to this recruiting tab, where he finds all the job requisitions. Now, if you see for this project manager position, there are a total of 34 candidates who have applied. The candidates count is 34 who have applied, out of which 8 are the new applications. Now, just mouse over on this, you'll be able to see some option called candidate summary. Just mouse overing on this, if you click on the candidate summary or directly click on this candidate list of 34 or whatever, it will take you to the place where all these people will be listed. All that 34. View all 34 candidates. All these are the list of the 34 candidates who have applied for this job. Where the candidate type, see these are all the external candidates. Candidate type is external who have applied for this job out of the company. And agency is, we'll be in a company, we'll be having a tie-up with some recruiting agencies who will be providing the candidates for the company's jobs. So the recruiting firms or the consultancies, whatever we call, are the agencies. So agency has provided one candidate for this job, like that. And all these candidates will be in different statuses at any point of time. They will be in different statuses. The first status will be new application. Normally any candidate new application has come up will be in the new application status. Now the recruiters can start processing their application and they can take it forward till the offer level. So the different statuses we can have are like phone screening. Every new application level, initially the recruiters will call the candidate. They'll have the basic conversation. What is your current location? What is your package? Is your current job a permanent job or a contract job? Are you ready for relocation? When is a suitable time to schedule an interview for you? All these basic details. They do the phone screening. If they find the conversation okay, then they'll push them to the shortlisting. So in the shortlisting, the basic review, the resume review, whether this candidate will be suitable or not, his skill set is all okay or not, they'll find and they'll shortlist. If shortlisting is also fine, then they'll forward them for the interviews. Where interview, if you expand this, you have multiple rounds, interview 1, 2, 3, like managerial interview, HR round, you can have multiple incorporated. In this example, it is only 2. And next, after interviews, we can push them to background checks. If they qualify the interview, we can push them to background check. If they also qualify that, we can push them to offers. Offer creation. First we have to create an offer, and then we have to release it for internal company level approval of that offer. So anything that are approved, they goes to approved status. Once an offer is in the approved status, the recruiter can release the offer to the candidate, and if the candidate accepted, it goes to the accepted status. If the candidate rejected, it goes to the rejected status. Once a candidate accepted, if you company itself again withdrawn, it comes to the withdrawn status, like that. And from accepted, we can also push them to ready to hire. Once the candidate has accepted, it automatically comes here. From here, we can push them to ready to hire, such that the hiring for formalities can be started. Like this. These are the various phases we will be having in the recruiting process. Once you got an application itself, from there these many statuses. Before application, we have the previous steps that we saw. Create a requisition, post a requisition, candidate has to apply, then it comes to the application status. Like this. And at last, we also have the disqualified statuses as well. Whenever the candidate properly did not answer the questions, there we have this automatic disqualified status. If the recruiter or interviewer, these people rejected, it goes to unsuccessful. If the system itself has disqualified based on those questions, pre-screening questions, it is auto disqualified. Like that, we have multiple statuses, and this complete set of statuses is called a talent pipeline. The front end view, we call it as talent pipeline or candidate pipeline. Talent or candidate pipeline, this is the complete one. And if you want to see particularly people who are in the offer accepted status, click on this link. Only that particular person will be listed. Or if you want to see only the people who are in the interview status, just click on interview, this block. The people who are waiting for the interviews will be present. Like that. If you want to view everyone, click on view all candidates. everyone will be displayed here. So this is a view how the applications which are received will be appearing. And next, we have all these processes will be going through multiple stages. At any point, if you want to open the candidate's application, just click on the hyperlink of the employee name, and here the details open up. For that candidate, what all details that he has answered during his application, all these, and what all details he has filled in the candidate profile level, all this personal information like courses, internal employment history, work, previous employment details, education, languages, all this, and what all things he has answered during the application. During the application, what are the screening questions that he has answered? Like this. Various things will be listed here. And at any point of time, if the recruiter wants to see the resume, we have this resume option. Clicking on this resume, you can see what is the resume that the candidate has uploaded. Okay, I think this candidate did not upload any resume. Normally we get a resume preview here. So that we can easily toggle between the application screen and the resume screen. Like that. So we have a lot of other opportunities, other elements on the screen, like not only the fields, here some tiles like if a candidate has applied for multiple jobs, what all jobs that he has applied in this company, all of them will be listed here. With the date when they have applied for, what is the current status against that job they are presently, in which round they are, who is the recruiter that is dealing with that job, like that. Multiple jobs for which he has applied, everything will be listed. So what are the other headings and all I'll later on describe. So this is an overview how a recruiter can see the list of candidates and opening any one particular candidate's application, how they can see the view. And now, if now he is in the short list. From the short list, if I want to push him to the next level called interview, from short list to interview, who is currently in the short list, just go to the bottom, click on move candidate. If I click on move candidate, to which step I want to move. From shortlist, it is next is interview. I am able to select interview. Interview level, I have two rounds, first round or second round. I can select which round of interview I want to push him to and then apply updates. The candidate will be moved to that status. Like that, the recruiters can take the candidate's application process forward one step to one step, one step to one step, like that. So once the candidates have reached the offer level, gentlemen, offer, this is approved status, nothing but offer approved level. If they come up here, now if I open the applications, candidates application, here I have something called take action. We will be having something called as take action. Clicking on this, we have the offer functionality where I can generate the offer letter. Where offer letter generation, we'll be having multiple templates of offer letters. So here I can select the template of offer letter, whether it is a global template or it is a particular template of US employees. Like that, I can have a template chosen, and here it is the body of the offer. All this. Here the candidate's name will be populated here. This is the complete text that the company normally have the offer letter format. All that we can maintain here. So what all details that are changing from employee to employee, we maintain them as a dynamic tokens, so they will be automatically populated. For which title we are hiring him, who is the hiring manager, in which location is the job located, like this. You will be paid a wages of, here it is, a field which will store the salary on an annual basis, salary. Like this, we have various custom fields, various token fields that will automatically populate, where the static text can be like this, where candidate to candidate, what are the things that have to differ, we'll keep them as the tokens. So this is one offer letter template. Now if I choose the template of US employees particularly, the text will be changing accordingly here. The matter will be accordingly changed with the tokens and all. And finally, if I'm okay with this, I can click on next step, and this whatever is present here will be generated with the proper text. The previous placeholders whatever you saw, they are all generated with the proper text. Previously it is dear candidate first name, where the candidate first name has got pre-populated here. For the position of, this is a token that is present. Now for which position I am rating this offer letter, that has been clearly come as position project manager. Location is previously a token. Now that location, for which location I am hiring this position, that also got populated. All these are the details we already captured it, creating a job requisition level. So the same details are being auto populated here in the offer letter. And finally, I can execute this letter to the candidate. I can extend this candidate to the letter, letter to the candidate in multiple options. Offer letter can be given to the candidate in almost 6 different options. Either I can take a printout and give him, or I can send an online offer to him such that he can online approve or reject it, or email. I can email him. This complete text will go in the email body, or I can also send as a PDF attachment such that all this text will be converted into a PDF file with 1 or 2 lines in the mail body saying that we are happy to have you selected into our company. So please find the attached offer letter, etc. etc. 2-3 lines will maintain, and rest all will be in the attachment. Like this, we have different options of executing extending the offer to the candidate. Like this, and any candidate who has applied for the jobs, if it's an internal candidate or external candidates, they will be having this My Offers tab. If it is internal employees, under Careers tab, they will be having this My Offers tab. Similarly, even the external candidates also, they can sign in. Whenever they are actually applying in the external, through the external portal, they have to definitely create their own account. They have to log in and they have to apply their jobs. So when they have logged in, they also will get the My Careers, what do you say, My Offers tab. Where in the My Offers tab, for both internals and externals, what all offers that they have received will be listed here. For which jobs they have received the offers, that will be listed here. Like this. 2 are already accepted, 1 is pending. So when I open it, all the detail what we have saw there will be all listed here. Online offer is in the system. You can accept or decline, or you can email to the recruiter for some other negotiations. Okay, so this is the complete cycle of recruitment, right from job requisition followed by posting, candidates applying, the recruiting sites, how they look like. Once the candidate applied, the screen that says first is the profile, where they store the profile personal information. Then they screen the application screen. In the application screen, the questions come up. Then the candidates will be into the pipeline, the candidate pipeline. The interviewer will progress the candidate through various statuses till offer letter, and finally the offer letter will be extended. All this is the cycle of recruitment process we'll be seeing through the next 3 weeks continuously. Any questions on this process, gentlemen? Yes, Ashan?
Suresh, if the employee is blacklisted and he applies for the job, so how we are dealing with it here?
We don't have a default functionality like blacklisting in the SuccessFactors system. Like that. We don't have such a kind of default blacklisting concept.
No, if we just like in companies where if you applied and you are rejected, so for the next 6 months you cannot apply. There are some kind of rules there. So
That can
are
be
we having?
incorporated. That is, yeah. That business rules we can incorporate, but it's completely blocking the candidate for the lifetime kind of thing is not a default feature. If we have to have, we have to maintain a business rule such that every time whenever a new application is coming into the system, we have to we look up. I mean, we have to look up at the complete existing candidates database. If it is already rejected candidate, we have to reject him. It's all the complete business rules you have to have. Okay, normally for 6 months condition kind of we can have. It's a in the business rules level we can incorporate it, but completely rejecting for the lifetime is not a feature that is currently present in the system. Any more questions, gentlemen? Okay. So from the Monday session, we'll be starting with the configuration specific sessions. What the introduction topic level, there are some prerequisites that we have to first look at. Slowly, we'll be entering into the XML files and all that setup as well.
Suresh, this recruitment management time frame is for 3 weeks.
Yeah, this recruitment sessions will easily go for 3 weeks, 15 days. We have almost 14, 15 sessions.
Okay.
Okay. This is one of the hotcake module in the market, gentlemen. After Employee Central, recruitment is going good in the Middle East markets and the US markets actually. Okay. Thank you. Have a nice weekend.
You too, Suresh. Bye.
Thank you, gentlemen.
Bye.